Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. On the run, it's Hill. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the counter. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Well, in the last two plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable third down situation.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Release to the back. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. Quick step and go. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They booted away on 4th down. And they'll just down it right there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the option. Now the toss. There he goes. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Right down the gut of the field. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Play action. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
So now it's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. That's caught. It's Fletcher.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Snagged out of the air. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. Buying some time. On the move, he fires. With the catch, it's Lofton. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Mensah throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore with the play fake. Dances away. Throwing on the run. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Moore to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pulls it in on the right. Lots of room to run. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing, Mensah. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That play a really good example of just making sure your guys settle down after a mistake.
Yeah, getting him some confidence. When you make those mistakes, you get rattled a little bit, but just like free throws or jump shots, just see it go through the net. Now you get a little bit of confidence, start getting the juices flowing, and then maybe we'll attack the football down the field a little bit more.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now about this lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Here's Mensah to throw. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. Out. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Keeps it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. The give. Running into the open space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looking left. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football break.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Ducks in the hurry up. Moore from the gun on third down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you could.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Booster. Throwing more. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Offensive coordinators don't really have play sheets for 3rd and 75. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but when you put yourself in a bad situation, backed up like this, you know, with mistakes and negative plays, not many plays in the playbook you can call.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dante Moore fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And if you're the head coach, you are absolutely loving this. You're up big on the scoreboard because your defense keeps getting takeaways, and on offense, in sudden change situations, you're turning it into touchdowns. That right there, phenomenal job. Great decision by the quarterback. He finds his open man. They connect. Everything going their way, David.
And I love when they stay aggressive after a turnover. That is the #1 thing we're always yelling in the huddle as a defense. Sudden change, sudden change. They want to capitalize on the momentum, and they did. They stayed aggressive, continuing to add to this lead, doing what they want when they want.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The Canes want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The quick out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Mensah. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. A give to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. grab behind the line. It's Fletcher. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And here comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. The official says no good, hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Running inside, it's Davison. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Ready, go! Pulls and fires complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Here's a little room there. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Moore to the air. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Running to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Here's Mensah to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds us back in the middle. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's a throw downfield late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Well, we talked a little bit about this defense, just how special they are. We've seen them dominate this game. They've held the opponent to 0 points. You now have the insult to injury with the pick 6. They have dudes. They have better athletes than you do on that side of the football. That's been showing itself all game long.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires toward the target. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. He throws one to the left. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's some.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They'll try to add another to their lead. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Go straight ahead. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.